Hello. Oh my gosh, you're in shorts. I just noticed that.
First day too.
Good grief.
Yeah, I
So,
made the official transition
oh
today.
my gosh. So, yeah, so everybody sees Jeremy's not here. We know why Lean's not here, but Jeremy will be on his way to my house for tomorrow night. He should be here. So he's sleeping, I hope.
Hopefully. He was watching the earlier show I was doing today, but I'm hoping, by now he should be asleep.
Did you happen to see? I know we're going to take this a different direction real quick, but did you see the link that I sent for us to go see?
Not yet. I can
Look
check
at that and tell me what you know about these things.
There actually is something I'd like to send to you guys at some point. Oh, the monolith.
Yes.
You know what's funny? You brought that. Now that I'm looking at it, because I was talking briefly about that earlier on Lois's show because we were talking about because there's also been another similar thing that's been going on. Like people have said in it's more in a wooded area though than it is out in the desert. People said they've seen either like staircases that lead to nowhere or doors that just show up in the middle of nowhere. And I said at one point, thinking, that really reminds me of all this stuff involving monoliths.
Right. What do you think they are?
It's kind of hard to say. I know some people say they're probably extraterrestrial, but honestly, for me, I really don't know. I really don't. I mean, yes, some of them later do turn out to be that somebody actually made them, but for ones that they just can't explain, it's definitely something different. Of course, I know a lot of people also associate with monoliths from 2001: A Space Odyssey, which those were kind of extraterrestrial in nature in that movie.
I'm hoping it's still there. I know they disappear.
Yeah.
So I'm hoping it's still there Sunday when we go. I'd like to. I mean, obviously, I'm not going to know, but does it look man-made? Can I maybe scrape some of the material and see what it might be? I don't know.
I'm looking at the wait, where'd it go? Oh, here it is. I'm looking at what people are saying in the comments about it, and I for some reason they won't show all the comments, but there's somebody here that says, "Grab it for once and figure out what the hell it is, for Pete's sake." Jeez. And then somebody else here says, "I guess it's good for the coffee shop business when people want to see that mysterious object." Makes me wonder.
Yeah. Hey,
I thought you were gonna say something.
So do we want a guest on for tonight?
Yeah, I guess we could, because I really can't think of much really to bring up other than
I have plenty, but that's okay. Send Jan the link.
Oh, Jan? Okay.
Uh-huh.
I was actually talking with her last night because it had been quite a long time since I reached out to her. So yeah, give me a second.
So busy right now.
I know
she's busy.
I know she has. I messaged her just to see how she was doing. And also, while I'm doing this, did you watch the show that we had earlier today on Lois's show?
No, I just got off work.
Oh, okay. Yeah, we had that investigator Criolla from Romania on, and oh my God, it was a phenomenal show. Thankfully, she spoke English with a very heavy Romanian accent, but we were able to understand her. Uh-huh. And the only problem was things were great for almost an hour. Unfortunately, something went wrong with her mic, and we could still see her, but we couldn't hear her anymore. We felt really bad of not being able to talk to her. So we're gonna make it up, and we're gonna have her back on a second time.
That's awesome.
I was actually gonna send a message out in the Things Network chat saying, you guys got to have her on your shows, because she was great with us. If she was great with us, I think she'd be great just with all the other shows.
Like, I'm really put her on here.
What's that?
We need to schedule her here.
Yeah. The only problem is though, is that it's late. It's late at night in Romania for her.
Yeah.
So what I'm going to try to do, I'm sure she's asleep right now, but she and I have already said we're going to remain in contact, and I'm going to check with her, see if she'd agree if she wanted to come on, if she's willing to stay up late and wanted to come on the show, because honestly, I think you guys are going to love her. She's
Absolutely.
Even Lauren was watching, and even Lauren had said, and I said it later on for Creola too. Now we got to see her face to face. I mean, she's family to us now.
Right. So this the reason I told you get your Google out. Do we have you noticed here recently that we have so many more religions coming out?
That's what I've been hearing lately.
I scrolled my Facebook today and I'm like, what is this? And I literally had to go look it up as to what is this. When I was growing up, of course, we had, Christianity. We had all the sectors of Christianity. We had
Right.
Satanism. We had witchcraft was not talked about. We knew it existed, but it was not talked about. Paganism, I didn't know existed until 15 years ago. And now we're coming up with stuff that I'm like, excuse me, what?
Yeah.
There's a new thing. And I want you to look it up and confirm. I have not had a chance. But people are talking about the popes here recently have come out and said something about more than one heaven. And
oh my God.
Yes. And that it is not, like we think heaven, hell.
Right.
It is here on earth. And somebody went into, there is 31 realms of different things. And it was unreal. But I want to verify that the Pope said this.
Yeah, I'd like to verify that too.
So that's going to be something we're going to be looking into. Can we prove that they said something like this?
I'd be curious to see that too.
Yeah, well, do some research this week and see if you can find it, and I'll see what I can find, and we'll see what is actually something that we can trust.
Yeah. Oh, here she is. Hey, what's up, Jan?
Hey. Okay, so we're talking about religions?
We kind of went from one subject to another, but yeah, in a way, yes.
Yeah, Sean, I was hearing today, and people were verifying, and I'm trying to look this up and find a source that we can trust that says that the Pope actually said this.
Wait. The Pope said what?
Well, I'm getting there.
Okay.
That the Pope said that there is more than one heaven, and that it's here on earth that we build the heavens. So
yeah,
I'm wanting to see what he said and what the backstory was of what he was saying, because I think people are taking it out of context, and the whole little thread underneath it went completely another place. I think people are confusing what did you say? How many dimensions are there?
9.
Okay, they're talking about the 7 that we're all aware of.
Right.
9 have been discovered, and
right.
There's 32. And where these numbers are coming from, I did not get into looking at all that, because I was going down one rabbit hole to another, and I did not have time to verify anything.
Okay, well, I get what they're saying. I completely get what they're saying. So even a scientist will tell you, you can only hold so much energy in one place.
Mm-hmm.
So you have to split that energy, and you have to break that energy. That's where that comes from. There is 9 sources of energy, but out of those 9 energies, they split off into different vibrations and energies, because just having the 9 is just way too much. That's where we have different types of energies and different types of
Well,
vibrations.
what would he even remotely be talking about? The 3 heavens
What's heaven?
here on earth.
Well, I mean, there are heaven. Heaven is on earth. I mean, heaven is what we created, right? God created earth.
But he's saying there is no other heavens. The heavens are here on earth. And we're creating the 3.
Look inside your soul. What I get what he's saying. I don't necessarily agree with it. Okay, from say the Catholic standpoint, as Nick, I'm sure, is like, yeah, that makes some sense. 3 on earth.
We started out the conversation with, I have never seen so many religions pop up in my life.
Oh my gosh! I have been on this subject. It's funny that I'm hopping on tonight because I've been on this subject all day.
Oh, really?
Hands down, legit. I've been on this subject all day, and you know, us people who are mediums and energy workers and stuff like that, we know energy. We work with energy, we understand energy. And I was trying to explain to somebody how everything has a balance, good and bad and whatnot. But, when you look at it, there's 3 religions in this world. This is something that I completely preach. The 3 oldest religions are going to be your mono, right? Your multi-God. And then you have your Jews, and then you have your Catholics, right?
Mm-hmm. How
many ways can we misconstrue words, even in the monos? And your multi-gods, they're construing so many ways and so many things and coming up with their new branches and doing this and doing that. So on every single religion area, I'm just...
well, like I was saying, I didn't, growing up, we had our sectors of Christianity that we were aware of. Then we had... the sectors, I mean, like the Baptist and the Catholic.
And the Methodist, Catholic, Lutheran, yeah.
And then we knew about witchcraft, but it was not talked about. We just knew about it. We didn't know anybody that did it. We didn't know about paganism. We didn't know about, Wiccan. We didn't know about
you did. You knew about paganism. Everybody knew about paganism. Did you know who Hercules was? Did you know who Zeus was? Athena?
No.
Hermides?
No.
There's an actual... I didn't know really know about this until 2-3 years ago. There's an actual music album I discovered, which, yeah, it's pagan theme, but it's also horror theme. It's even been used for some horror films and stuff, but it was I don't know how to pronounce it because it was an album that was made back in the mid 90s, either 1994 or 95. So almost, 30 years ago. And I don't know how to pronounce it because it was made in Norway. It's all Norwegian, but just the sounds of what they make in this album is just, even if it is paganism, they do it in such a dark way. And it's hard to tell if they're actually doing this for each track or if they're actually performing pagan rituals.
Pagan rituals.
Yeah, it's really hard to tell. But one thing for sure though is that music is really quite unsettling because it was also meant to be a dark ambient album.
Okay, so we're talking about energy here. He doesn't hear, so I want you to read this energy real quick.
Got you. Make me open. Here comes chaos. Chaos. No, seriously. Yep. No, chaos. Chaos. Yep.
This is the oldest.
Oh,
yeah.
The oldest here right now. Anyway.
What's up? What up, smarty pants?
How you doing?
I'm quite the opposite.
That's Jen.
Hi,
That's Nick.
what's up?
How you
And
doing?
Jeremy's not on tonight because he's going to be here. So, and Tommy Jean, come over here. Oh, you look
Yes.
wild, but come here.
Chaos.
Can I go back?
Yes, this is the baby.
Uh-huh.
You're the baby, huh? Yeah. The baby that wants to test my patience today because he rolled his
Oh.
eyes at me.
Oh, jeez.
hmm
Can't
Yeah.
do that.
Yeah, I told him that's
You know,
the same as
they
saying, fuck you to me. And I said, that's not happening, little dude. And he's like,
Oh, wow.
oh, he remembers
Yeah.
Grandma Boot Camp.
they've grown since last time I've seen them.
I keep calling him his brother because the last time I saw his brother, he was this big.
I'm having that problem with the kids at my house. Last time I saw, you know, the oldest
You're
is when she was the youngest age.
Well, you don't know. Probably. All right, Grandpa's getting pizza. Gabriel.
Yeah, here it is. Does
Next.
he? Does he have a shit spoon with him?
He should.
Who are they?
That's what he needs to carry around.
That's Nick.
I don't know neither of them.
Yeah, what you know about him. Now, Jeremy's not here because he's going to be here tomorrow.
Here?
Here.
Why?
Because I said. That's what I thought.
See what? The last time that I saw the kids, and they probably don't even remember because they were zooming by on their bikes going 90 miles an hour, was 4 years ago.
Yep. They remember few memories from them.
Yeah, no, I'm getting Gabriel his spoon, and it's going to say Gabriel's shit spoon. And so when he walks into a room, he can just start stirring.
Oh, he absolutely. Little shit. I wouldn't have known the other one rolled his eyes at me today, except he was sitting across the table from me. And he goes, Tommy. I said, what? Why are you yelling at Tommy now? He goes, because he just rolled his eyes at you. I said, if you're lying, I'm going to whoop your ass. And Tommy Jean, you know better than that shit with me. He goes, they have to remember their place. They don't talk to me like they talk to anybody else.
I am stuck on what the Pope said.
I don't know. I still have yet to look it up to verify that was even said. It was one post. Other people were saying, yes, they had heard it. I don't know.
This is like all new for me because I didn't know anything about this up until you told me about this, Adrian.
I only heard this like 2 hours ago. And I happened to scroll by on a post and somebody posted it.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to look that up myself or even ask my parents if they know about this because it's just I don't even know what to say about it, to be honest with you.
Readings and gospel I can never remember from week to week. Yeah, I'm not sure that they would have said that locally, because then they'd have to explain it, and I'm not sure what he's thinking.
Well, no, they would because it's the Pope's word.
I just
I
don't
got
know
an upset little one. Hold on.
I just don't know how it didn't become like very public. I mean, I'm sure it was, but I'm surprised it didn't get spread as fast as it should have been.
I really, unless people they're hiding it and don't want people to know, because it could be, they're going to start asking questions and nobody has an answer.
Yeah, that's usually the case a lot of times. So I guess.
Or is the Pope becoming like, the presidents that can't keep a thought?
Yeah, Isn't that the truth?
I can't. I am thankful I'm going to be on here during the debate because, I mean, I know I need to know what the hell's going on, but my goodness, I cannot sit through their childish bullshit.
Oh, I know my parents are going to be watching it tonight. In other words, they're because I'm sitting in the basement right now. They're going to be Larry watching it right above me, so I'm not going to see or hear what's going on. But I did tell them at the very least. I told them very least saying, "Well, tell me how it all ended after it's over." So I'd like to still know what the results are going to be.
Yeah, I mean, I watched something of the Senate twice, so it wasn't just a whoopsie. I watched it twice, and I swear these kids act better than those people did on that Senate floor because they acted like a bunch of damn children.
Yeah.
This is what's running our country? No.
It's like I just think to myself, this is not what our country is supposed to be about. It's just ridiculous for the most part.
I can't. And then these two get together and at least one of them is just so nasty. And I'm old. I remember when debates were civil.
Yep. They weren't arguments.
This absolutely is not going to be civil. I already know this. They're two little kids trying to poke at each other like damn. Well, I could get these guys under control better than anybody can get them under control. But that Senate showed a bunch of 2-year-olds.
Yeah.
Talking about her eyelashes. Okay, you are there to make laws. Who gives a flying shit about somebody else's looks? That's not what you're there for.
Yeah, exactly.
And then some butch built body bullcrap. That's not what you're there for. Who cares? She could have 3 boobies and a weenie, and it's none of your business. You're there to make a law. Excuse me while I bust some kids' asses that are running upstairs.
Uh-oh. Somebody's in trouble.
I'm trying to get the mental image of 3 titties and a weenie.
Wait.
I think I need it. Yeah. I love her. She's my other half.
Yeah.
I can't explain her, nor will I begin to try to. She is Adrian, and we love her. We love her for being three titties and a weenie, I guess.
I mean, that's definitely a good way to describe it. I don't know if I can give any more comment on that.
There are so many things I want to say, and I'm thinking I cannot do it.
Yeah.
Janice Lynn, you are live. You cannot go there, but I want to so bad, but I'm not going to. I mean, what would you do with 3 titties and a weenie? I mean, that's my first question.
No, Richard says no mystery about what she thinks.
No, I'm just thinking. I mean, it keeps a lot of hands busy. I don't know. Like, I'm going to write a song called 3 Titties and a Weenie now. I appreciate that, Adrian, and it's going to be a hit. Like, is it like udders?
It sure could be. They might make more progress in that Senate if they had udders.
This might be my spirit mammal. Yeah, I thought a platypus was. But 3 titties and a weenie might just be my spirit guide for the rest of my life. Or I might just change my tattoo.
I can't believe I'm about to say this. That almost sounds like the name for something.
I know some kids.
Yeah, there you,
We're just told.
there you go, Rich.
See, that's where I was going. But the thing is, then it sounds like a you know what company.
Yeah.
And I'm like, no, we can't have those type of investigations. Like, no, we are not in that line of business. And then I'm like, hold on, wait. I mean, it's an untapped resource. And then I just got to stop. I just got to stop because then it's like the potential's there. And, you know, I mean, X paranormal can be completely something else then. I'm just saying. Naked and Afraid on a whole, like, Naked Eye on investigation. I'm just saying.
That's happened.
What's-
That's happened.
Or 3 titties and a weenie.
You know, I'm not gonna lie. There's actually a place down. It's not in the Chicago area, but there actually is a place, a bakery that has a crazy name to it. I think it's further down in the further down in another county, but the place for the name is. I mentioned about this on another show previously, but there is again, I don't remember which county it was. They actually have a bakery out there that's called Two Girls and a Cupcake.
Yeah.
Not lying. It's a real bakery they got there.
Where is it?
It's I know it's so.
Tell me they serve chocolate ice cream
I don't
in
know.
a cone.
One
a cone.
One time we actually passed it. I just don't remember where was that at? It was it was in Utica, Illinois.
Okay.
Yeah, that's
no.
where it's located.
No, I think we're good.
not- Well, yeah, well, you know, here's the thing. Tom said Bobby's though. I probably blush more about Bobby's. And the spirit says, "What's that?"
I don't know about all that, but yeah.
Nick the Beef Stick presents 3 teddies and a weenies in the investigation. On Things Network.
You know, Chris has still been going on with that beef stick business.
I'm telling you, that's your book. You already have your book cover. It's your book. You're going to find the best beef stick in each state. I mean, you're going to rank them 1 to 10, and you're going to have a collection, and you're going to have memorabilia. You're going to have like a press book with all of the beef stick wrappings that, you know, with labels, and it's going to be glorious, Nick. It's going to be glorious.
It should be Jeremy that should have the beef sticks because he was the one who was eating Slim Jims the most. However.
Oh no! It's you. It's you. It's so you. It's totally you. And here's the thing, Nick. I love you so much. I love you so very much that Jesse and I thought about specifically starting a company for beef stick subscriptions. And dedicating it in your name. Adrian, is that a cause you would like to donate to?
Oh, sure. Why not?
And Nick and his adventures with beef sticks. I mean,
that almost sounds like it could be the start of a book series, actually.
I'm telling you. Adrian shaking her head at us.
Oh, I'm shaking my head because I just got back from the trip, and the next morning, everything was fine. The next morning when I came out, Zach did, my back tire was at 12 pounds. And that could have happened on the trip.
Didn't you guys also at one point had a tornado warning while you guys were out in Oklahoma?
No. Well, Jan and I did.
No, that was me. I'm when I was in Liberal, Kansas, on my way to Wisconsin. Yeah, that was great. That was great. That was beautiful. Beautiful. My trip to
didn't know
Wisconsin was
it.
absolutely amazing, but like I do not want to relive that night.
Yeah.
I
No.
don't blame you for it.
Yeah, we arrived in Liberal, got the hotel. Abby breaks out with a massive headache during dinner, and I got to run out. Flooded the truck. Streets are just completely flooded. Hit a pothole that I couldn't see because it's thunder, lightning, and there's a tornado warning. It's
Jeez.
just great.
Tom
It was
makes-
great.
Tom makes a good point here. There's been a few times that when we crossed into a certain area of the border into Indiana, for some reason whatsoever, there's a couple of places in that part of the state where my name is all over the place. There's like Nick's this, that. There must have been like 4 or 5 places that we found that had my name on it. But surprisingly, surprisingly, none of them had any association with beef sticks.
Well. Here's the thing. Here in my town, we don't have any place called Nick's, but we do have Dick's Cafe.
Well, I was thinking of Dick's Sporting Goods, but I didn't know that there were other ones.
No, we have Dick's Cafe. Yeah, it's an amazing place to get breakfast, and they have some of the best sausage.
Oh God.
Well,
I'm dead serious though. Like I'm not lying. Like
I'm sure. No, I
it's
believe-
just.
I
I mean,
I believe you. It's just the way
how
I
many
was
puns
going.
can you throw in there? You know.
Nick's
Nick's
pickles and corn.
Jeez.
Huh.
Listen, speaking of pickles and corn, okay, listen, have you guys had dill pickle popcorn?
No.
That exists.
Yes, sir, it does.
Everything dill pickle exists. I found a wine
It's
bottle the
beautiful.
other day. It was up there with
I'm
the
surprised we haven't sold
sunflower
them at a
seeds.
store.
Oh, it was a wine bottle, but it said it wasn't alcoholic. And it says it's a hangover cure.
Well, it also takes care of kidney stones.
I've never
Cleanses
really
a
been-
lot of things.
It's funny is that I've never really been a big fan of like dills though. So I mean maybe I just haven't had the chance or what, but I've never been a big dill fan.
Yeah.
Really?
I've
Well,
tried.
I'll call my son and tell him that you're not his fan, and he might be a little bit heartbroken, but he'll get over it.
I've tried it, but I always say like when it comes to certain things I don't enjoy. I just sometimes say that the taste buds just don't ever agree.
They're punching it out. Oh,
If you want it, well, since you put it that way, I guess so.
I get it. I get it. There's certain things that do that to my tongue, like, no. Hey, Adrian.
Hmm.
What's it like to have nothing but testosterone running through your house full force right now?
It's no problem because I rule with my little estrogen I have left anymore. It
Do you want me to
balances.
send Abby?
Huh?
Do you want me to send Abby to you? She can just point and direct.
Oh, that would be so bad with her and him. We have one that is very vocal and thinks he should rule everything. I
Oh,
just said he
so
won't
he
help.
needs Abby.
I
That's
just
what
said
you're
he
telling me.
won't. He was running up and down them stairs, and every day, stop running, stop running, stop running, stop running. And, I tried to explain this ceiling or this floor is this ceiling. So it's like somebody's pounding on the ceiling, knock it off. And they don't get it. They're scared. When nobody's upstairs, they run up there and then they run back. Nate did the same thing.
Yep.
If somebody
I
wasn't
was
on
gonna
the
say.
floor, he was gone.
It's kind of funny all this talk about like noises and stuff upstairs when I was doing the earlier show today. I thought I had someone who was like asking, or somebody was somebody must have said something saying, "What is all that tapping that I keep hearing in the background?" Well, that was coming upstairs because we had my niece over, and she was kicking part of the floor, obviously.
Bang, bang, bang.
Yeah, she's got quite the kicking at this point.
No, I'm laughing at Adrian because I just got done but spending 3 weeks in Wisconsin and spending time with the grandkids and the boys and stuff, and then I come home and I've had the other 2 grandsons over, and it's been the summer of the grandboys. Like the boys are ruling. Like it's just they're there.
Just
and then
like
there's Abby
in the chat.
Yeah, and then there's Abby. Yeah.
Garlic or good
She's-
handovers.
Auntie baby.
Yeah, we got the little girl starting July 20th. I'm going to switch kids, and then we'll have a girl and a boy. And that girl, when her mom said she woke up grown one day, she woke up grown. And we're going to have to come to terms with how grown she's going to act.
That's the one thing I'm always kind of a little bit concerned about, especially, I mean, not saying it's a bad thing, but just knowing in a few years, like with my niece, growing up, I'm sure our house is going to be the epicenter for some of her like get-togethers and stuff, because we got a pool in our backyard and whatnot. So for us, it's going to be us dealing with girls in this case instead of boys. So it's
Girl drama is a whole new level.
Yeah, and that's what I'm a little bit concerned about.
Yeah, I'm learning
You probably should.
I was even
fast.
I basically even wanted to say to my parents, like I always say with certain things, like, should I be scared about this or should I get an adult?
Try having Abby. I looked at her today. She's being Abby, right?
Yeah.
She's just Abby. She's just Avelina. And I said, "Stop, child, and look at me for a second." And she stops. She looks at me. She's like, "What?" I'm like, "Really? You're gonna look at me like that?" And she goes, "What do you need?" And I said, "Listen, I really want to know who's talking to you. Which one is it? Is it Imogene right now, or is it Agnes?" She was, "Either one's dead, Mom." And she runs off, and I'm like, "Okay. I think I gave birth to my great grandmother, and my grandmother put into one child, and I am screwed. Literally screwed when it comes to that girl. I'm screwed." She's prayed for. She was prayed for. Jesse answers, "Well, we don't know who answered that prayer, do we?" I said, "No, but all I know is she was prayed for."
That's
You
all
better
you
pray
can
a
do.
whole lot harder.
I do. Every day. Every minute. The way she dances, the way her sass is, she comes out in my cowboy boots this morning and she just looks at me and she's like, "Mom, I'm going to be a cowgirl just like you."
Oh, there's a smoke.
Oh, Lord.
What smoke alarm's going off?
Oh, no, there's a smoke alarm.
What part of the house? Is grandma, great grandma, grandpa there? Go check. If they're there, that's why it's going off.
Oh God, why do I get the singing feeling this is going to be me in just a few years from now?
Here's the thing is I had little boys and little girls described completely like this is the way it was described to me as I was a young mom. Be grateful you have boys. They will look at you and tell you, "Yeah, I did
Exactly,
that."
Rich.
Okay. But your little girl will quietly, sneakily go into your room, get into all your makeup, get into all your jewelry, come out, look at you straight in the face, go, "I didn't do it." and the evidence will be all over her.
Yeah. You know,
Yeah.
Upstairs?
this actually was told to me yesterday.
they're
I mean,
here?
Yeah, it's
see,
just
I know you guys can't see it because I got the green screen up, and I know it
Okay.
seems relatively early, but I put it up because this is usually around the time I do so anyway. I got the house decorated once again, you know, for upcoming 4th of July. And when we had my niece over yesterday, my mom tells me saying, this might be the last time you might be able to have like some of that stuff on the bottom. Oh, we just lost Jan. Where'd she go?
She'll be back.
Yeah, but we have decorations like on the bottom part of the table. And oh wait, here she is. We have like decorations with the
You were
bottom.
saying.
We have one of those types of tables where you got like 2 sections on it, like one for the top, one for the bottom. And I usually decorate the entire table, not just for 4th of July, for different holidays. And my mom says to me last night saying, may have to keep that, may not be able to have that part of the table decorated once she's able to walk, because it won't be long before she eventually starts grabbing that stuff and like hiding in spots, or most likely I'll never see it again.
Yep. Just remember, there's a simple rule when it comes to toddlers. What is theirs is theirs. What is yours is theirs. What is broken is yours until it's theirs again.
Yep. Hey, she was grabbing everything today. She was grabbing my dad's cup. She grabbed my phone. She was grabbing the remote. I mean, everything was hers.
She is refining her motor skills.
She is.
Yep.
She is at the same time. She is. She's trying to get used to all the texture and stuff. She also likes hitting the wooden table next to us too. You know, just hitting it, and that's it.
Sounds. She's learning sounds.
What's up, Joe?
Yeah, I miss the littles. I miss that little chaos. That little chaos is so much easier to handle. So much easier.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
They unfortunately get older and their chaos gets worse.
Yeah,
Don't remind me.
I try not.
Don't remind me.
Yeah, I was gonna say no comment on that.
Our youngest one here is the sneakiest one. He's the one that will go in your room and shit will disappear. And he'll look at you and you'll
And
say,
be like, nope.
what are you doing? I'm just watching TV, and make you believe it.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Sean's girls are all grown up.
Yeah, it's a different world, isn't it, Sean?
You know, it's a different type of parenting. You
Yep.
never stop parenting. Like literally, like Mary always tells me, remember the one thing that you catch that is terminal for the rest of your life is parenthood. And I'm like, oh yeah, thanks for the reminder. You know, but I like the way it changes. I have to say, from the spread of my kids from 23 to 6, it's nice. And Nate just turned 13 on Saturday. So I got a teenager.
That's how old Aiden is.
So just starting their teen years.
Yeah, I was checking out his upper lip, and I was like, "Ooh, that's not that's not like a Kool-Aid mustache. That's not a chocolate mustache. You know, that's some peach fuzz."
Yeah,
That's a good way
they're
to.
growing up quick. Gabriel's he's 10, and I'm like, because like, dude, you need deodorant. You need it now.
Yeah.
And he's 10. I'm like, oh, jeez.
Yeah,
No.
it doesn't take long before like they're needing deodorant. They're looking at girls, and then they're destroying something, and then they're destroying something, and then they're breaking your heart, and then they're destroying something, and it's usually about girls.
You know, thankfully I didn't have to go through that when I was their age myself. I think I knew a little bit better than most teenagers did.
Yeah, but you know, I can't blame them for anything because dealing with 5 kids, all almost 5 years apart, 5 like a year apart. I yeah, no, you can't tell who did what. They're used to saying, "No, I didn't. He did it. No, no, he did it." Well, you don't have time to go play detective.
No,
It's just not gonna happen.
no, you
So
just front and center them, oldest to youngest. Having all the kids I did, front and center, oldest to youngest. This is bullshit. like,
Yeah.
like everybody is getting the same punishment, and this is the reason why you guys need to be looking out for each other, and you guys need to be doing this and this and this and this. So yeah, no, it was always front and center, oldest to youngest, and everybody just looked at everybody, and then you knew who did it. That was just, yeah. No, you don't have time.
unfortunately,
You don't have time to do the.
no. And most of the time, these 3, one of them doesn't even know who did it.
Right.
Yeah, I hope these guys love it when they're older. I'm not so sure. Right now, they're going to kill each other.
No, they will. They will, because you know what? I just watched all the boys together, and I tell you what, it's interesting because they still mess with each other. They're still just 100%. Like no, like they're adults now, and Nate's 13, and it's just still 100% all the time, like nonstop for 3 weeks. Those guys just cutting it up. It was I missed it. It was fun. But they absolutely love it. Like, they thrive off of it. Boys thrive off of that.
Yeah, well,
I know what they say. Boys will be boys.
Amen. Amen. Boys will be boys. You just got to give them a yard, give them some dirt bikes, and close your eyes, hit your knees, and make sure dinner's cooked.
Laughing or past antics now. Yeah.
Yeah.
I hope they do. I think at this point, the best I can hope for is not a one of them ends up in jail and they don't kill each other, and we'll be good.
Well, yeah, that's what you pray for when you have boys.
Yeah.
That's all you do. That's all I've done for 23 years.
And we don't get somebody pregnant unintentionally.
No, that's you pray that they don't kill each other. You pray that they don't get hurt, and that they don't end up in jail, because boys will be boys.
I did not have to worry about Mason. He was not like this.
Listen, because Mason's a different breed. Okay, you completely lucked out with Mason. Those boys are just being boys. They need dirt bikes, they need a yard, and they just need somebody on their knees praying for them. That's just,
There was actually
flip the guardian angel a bottle of wine every once in a while,
There was actually one time, because Adrian, you remember when we had Jay and Joe on our show a few weeks ago,
Uh-huh.
but couple years back, like long before I even joined with you guys, they were doing a podcast. They were talking about like what they used to do like back in the 90s. And Jason, he goes like, "Oh, I was like growing up making bad decisions and stuff," and I was just jokingly like saying, "What kind of bad decisions, Jason?" He's like, "Nick, we're not going to talk about my bad decisions." But then after that, I said, "Well, go ahead. Like, want to know more about the shocking secrets of stirring the pot? Find out backstage." And Jay, he goes, "Oh man, the shocking secrets of stirring the pot. Yeah, I'm not gonna. I'll not reveal those kind of decisions. I don't know if there's a statute of limitations for some of the things I do." And
Seriously, like mine, and that was like that with the boys that I grew up with, and then I look at my boys and I'm like, you do realize what could happen, right? Like, did you think this through? Let's think about this. And they're like, Yeah. Yeah. Let's. This is not cool. We're not doing this. Like, no, just step away. Okay, step away. Slowly.
Yeah,
Yeah, no.
tomorrow, two of us, well, me and two boys are going fishing first thing in the morning. And the youngest one, I said, "Are you going to go fishing with us?" He goes, "I don't like fishing." He's into video games 24/7, and Grandma don't allow that 24/7. So he's going to be bored.
I understand that battle.
He's going to be bored.
Oh no. Oh no. You know what sucks is being bored means that your hands are not busy, so there's always something to be done. Dishes, cleaning a
Oh,
bathroom.
not those kids. I ain't,
vacuuming.
no, they're not touching my dishes.
Hey, Sean wants to come too. Adrian,
Come on.
go
Let's go.
fishing.
Oh man, I miss fishing.
We're going to Pooter Pond. Let's go.
Stupid outlet. Sorry, I'm using a cordless keyboard right now, and it's not. I mean, that's why.
What it looks like is you are naked from the waist down, except for some shoes.
I'm wearing shorts.
No, it looked like when you had your arm up there, it looked like you had your behind. Your leg looked like your behind, and you couldn't see nothing else.
I thank God.
And on Three Kitties and a Weenie, Necro Shorts and Booty.
We are definitely screenshotting that.
That's. I was gonna say it's kind of too late for that now, but I just realized, well, you can go back on YouTube for that.
Oh, I
Hey,
can
what's
go
up,
back
Nikki?
right here.
Shut.
Hi, Nikki. No. I was debating on whether to say it, and then Adrian was like, just screw it, I'm going to say it. It's like, I was cool with it.
I just talk. USPW?
Oh my gosh. My word. I miss you guys.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's definitely been several months since we actually spoke. Well, at least since I've spoken to you on camera.
She's been
Yeah.
crazy busy.
Just
Yeah.
out of curiosity, which part of Wisconsin were you in when you went up there?
I was in two parts. I was in New London over by Lake Wapaka area. And then I was over on the Minnesota side, don't you know?
Oh, so
And then I was in Minnesota. So my mother-in-law decided that, while I was on vacation, that I was going to extend my vacation. She tore her retina in her eye. And so Jesse hooked us up with, a nice hotel about 415 feet away from the hospital. She had a cute doctor. Two of them. Like, I was thinking about trying to tear my retina. I was like, tear. Just, they're really cute. They were really cute. I would have totally done that eye therapy over and over and over again. But so I spent a week in Minneapolis taking care of her, and then made my way home. So yeah, I was split between one side of Wisconsin and the other side.
Okay, so yeah, you were way further up north because I was wondering, because obviously I'm not far from Wisconsin myself, but you were pretty much almost on the other side.
I bypass Illinois. I don't touch Illinois. I'm like, no, we're not going there. I tried to avoid Minnesota. I had De Beer, and I'm like, there's Wisconsin. Like, just yeah. I don't mind that Kansas City Turnpike. I mind Kansas City, let me tell you. That was the only part in the whole entire trip that I had road rage. Thank you, hysterectomy. My hormones are good now. Everybody shall live. Well, it's true. Look at how angry I've been on the road the past couple of times. Do I need to remind you what happened in Colorado Springs? I'm sure Nick remembers.
That before. Although I still feel really bad. Like the day that we were all supposed to leave, I was just cursing myself that you guys left while I was still taking my shower before we left, and I never got to say goodbye before you guys left. Because as soon as
it's okay, because it's not goodbye. Because you know what? I smacked you in your butt and I said I'll see you later. So I love you. Like, I got you, baby. Like, no, I'll see you later. It's not ever gonna be goodbye between us, all right? Ask Adrian. I peed all over her and told her the same thing. I literally said, I'll see you later. And she was like, no, you won't. I know she was thinking that. And then she's like, I really like her.
Well, this took a different turn.
Well, no, I'm just saying. I told Nick, don't ever feel bad that you didn't, say see you later.
Yeah.
You didn't get to see it. I'm gonna have to send it to you, but monoglyph popped up here in Fort Collins.
Oh, the monolith, yeah.
Monolith, yeah. So we're gonna, if it's still there Sunday, we're gonna take all of us and go see it. I've never seen one.
See, I wish I was on this trip. I know, of course, Jeremy's just passing through, but man, if only there was.
Yeah.
I was actually talking with Jan we were talking last night. I wanted to plan another trip like we did with the Abbey last year because
I want to do New Mexico Penn.
And I've still, actually, no, I take that. I was going to say I've never investigated a prison, but I'm thinking, wait a second. No, I have. I went to Joliet Prison for the investigations there. So never mind. But yeah, New Mexico State Penitentiary is another one I've been wanting to investigate for a long time.
Yeah, that's a big one.
The only prison I've ever done was the one where we went to the Abbey. I've done it.
Oh man.
I still find it funny that one time when we visited the museum for the Colorado State Penitentiary, and when Jeremy pulled into the parking lot, he thought it was for the museum. I'm like, Jeremy, I think this is actually the parking lot for the prison. And I look over, there's a guard tower right there. There's a guard standing there. And I'm thinking to myself, he's got to have a sniper rifle right now with him. It's like, yeah, we got to bolt the hell out of there.
Don't worry, boys. It's just a couple of dumb tourists. Yeah? Let's scare them. You just see it now.
Although I will be honest, it's not the first time that we've accidentally, not Jeremy and I, but at least not the first time where we've gone into a parking lot of an active maximum security prison that's historic, but is still in operation. We did this. Tom and I did that a couple of years ago. We went to Pontiac Correctional Center, which today it's the oldest operating prison in the state of Illinois. It's been in operation since 1871, although they actually are talking about, they actually did close some parts of the prison already, but they might be eventually closing the entire thing because, again, of its age. And I think they're trying to build a new facility. But we saw it first from a distance, and then Tom, we decided to go a little bit closer to it. And Tom had the idea of wanting to go into the parking lot of the prison. As we're getting close to it, I'm getting nervous. Same thing, too. Guard up there with a rifle in his hand. He must have really suspected we were aiding a prison escape. It's like, Tom, we got to go now. Got to get the hell out of here. So we get back onto the road, and probably for like 5 minutes after that, I'm constantly looking in the back to see if there's a car following us. But thankfully, if there was, we were able to escape before they could pursue us.
They don't care about that. Oh, Rich, he says we checked out Yuma Territorial Prison during normal tourist hours. Still got EVPs. Wow.
Going back in November.
Yeah.
Just fire a couple of warning shots. I'm surprised they didn't do that. That we didn't hear warning shots from either Pontiac or Colorado. Oh,
Colorado's used to it. It's right there. And
Yeah.
if you've never been there, you don't know which one's the prison,
Yeah.
which one's anything.
real quick. I also invited Nikki on if she was interested. What's up, Nikki?
Hi. Hi, Jen. Hey.
Yeah, well, in the case.
Welcome to Three Titties. Welcome to Three Titties and a Weenie. It's nice to have you on.
Don't look at me.
That's
I
how
was
it
the one who came
fits.
up with that.
Oh, wait, hold on. 1, 2, 3 titties and one weenie.
Oh, Lord.
Now it fits.
Well, I was gonna say, Adrian, I mean, the difference about Pontiac, though, unlike the Colorado one, is that Pontiac's like in the middle of nowhere, like out in the cornfield. So
Yeah.
there probably would be a good reason if they wanted to fire a couple warning shots at us, which again, surprised they didn't do. Yeah,
Nick, all you would have.
It's now.
No, you need to be a threat first.
Yeah.
No, just get out and say you're admiring all the corn. You have a fascination with
Well,
corn.
I mean, it was near a cornfield. You're not wrong about that. It was in the rural areas. So, yeah, there was definitely a lot of corn, I remember.
Oh, wow.
You're gathering corn dust for rituals.
Yes, Rich. Yeah, Pontiac, Illinois. That's where it's at. It's like down in central Illinois.
That's
Yeah.
yeah, I don't try to go any places that even remotely look like you're not supposed to be there. No.
Yeah.
Well, and I think the reason why they're trying to build a new facility is most of the people in Pontiac and for a while they were objecting to have the prison closed because most of the town's residents were the employees at the facility. So that's
Yeah.
why for many years now they're trying to build a new facility so they could work at. Oh, that's where Rich's parents grew up. Okay, wow. Oh, his their dad grew up there.
Okay.
So yeah, I mean, obviously, a lot of the residents are correctional officers, but that's why they're trying to build a new facility so they could continue working at a maximum security prison and close the old one down. Which I think to myself, right after that place closes down, I'm sure it won't be long before we get that phone call saying, "Hey, we need you over here for tours or investigations."
That would be fun.
That'd be
It
good.
would. They've been trying to close down a lot of the historic prisons we have here in Illinois. Although I think the one that's going to still probably remain open at this point, it doesn't even really matter. But I was really hoping at some point that the second oldest operating prison, Menard Correctional Center, which is actually right on the banks of the Mississippi River, I was hoping that would close because that looks like a really cool place to investigate. But the sad part was, in 2018, literally 140 years after the prison was built, they demolished the administration building because they said it just wasn't really in use anymore. It's like, I mean, I looked at that, I'm like, what the hell? I mean, I get if it was still an active prison, the least they could that part of the prison into a museum and fence off the rest of the facility.
I hate how they're just tearing down like historic landmarks and buildings and stuff like that. It just, nobody cares anymore. I would rather buy an old house and restore it than to build a new one.
Well, and there was no warning. There was no announcement or anything like that. They didn't tell because the actual prison is in the town of Chester. And prior to 1970, it used to be called Southern Illinois Penitentiary. So even though it's still an operating prison, it was still part of the town's history. And nobody ever said anything that we're going to be demolishing this part of the building. It just happened without warning. And when I found out about it myself, I couldn't believe what I was seeing. And you also have to remember, like a lot of prisons back in the day, because it was built back in 1878, this prison was built with inmate labor. The inmates built it, not the
inmates built it.
You know, I get, of course, what the inmates were probably there for because obviously they did something wrong, but still, they built that place with the sweat of their two hands, and just the fact that they just demolished the whole damn place. It's just terrible.
It's their history. It's their story.
Yeah.
I'd like to go to a
Nikki.
Russian prison.
Yeah.
That's what I'd like to investigate because in Russia, in a Russian
Russia.
prison, they don't play. When they walk
Oh.
somewhere, it's at a 90-degree angle. They don't know what their surroundings look like except for their cell because they're looking at the floor.
Yep.
And I watched this show on him, and he went, they went down, walking, all shackled.
they had-
I'm talking shackled.
Yeah,
feet.
they had their backs down like this.
Yes, and when
Yeah.
they went to go sit down, they all sat and they whammed each other as they sat, and they put their head on the person in front of them's head.
Yep.
And I mean,
I think
here,
that
would get you killed.
Oh yeah, I mean, I think the one you probably saw, it's probably the most notorious prison out of Russia, the Black Dolphin prison.
I don't remember what it was, but oh my goodness, I was like, okay, you know what? And they don't do the death penalty there because they think that's a lighter sentence than they should get. They would rather die than go to this prison, so it deters.
Yeah, I think Sean just confirmed that it was probably the Black Dolphin prison you were talking about. That's because that's the one most people know about from Russia. It's another historic prison, but it's still in operation. And like you said today, they don't mess around. I mean, it's almost like, as crazy as it's going to sound, you see that kind of stuff, and if Russian residents saw how our prison service, over here in the States, they'd be wishing they were in a maximum security prison here than what they have in a Russian prison, because it is so bad over there. They don't mess around.
Right.
Nikki, what's up?
Not much.
Yeah,
The roof. Yeah, nah, we're good. Just doing some paranormal investigations and stuff. So
We'll spill the
there is
beans.
one historian. Yeah, there is one historian place we would love to investigate, but due to there's a new trust, it's called the National Aboriginal Trust of WA. Teams aren't allowed to investigate there anymore, which is totally understandable, especially with the history. So yeah.
That's when you just that's when you go on a tour and you carry your reader and all of your equipment and you do the walkthrough and you're like, "Psst, psst, are you guys here? Psst, psst, can you hear me?" No.
OSR, the Ohio State Reformatory, I mean, they're still allowing the nighttime investigations, but if you go through the prison like during the day, I don't know what the reason is, but it was starting like 2 years ago. They say you can't ghost hunt when you're in the facility and you're checking out different areas of the prison. They don't want to have that look, which to me doesn't make a lot of sense because that's had that reputation for years, if not last 20, 25 years. It's been like that. But now it's just 2 years ago, they're saying you can't do it anymore.
Yeah, that's
You
so
know
Nicky's
where-
place. And it, yeah.
You know what I'd like to do? I'd like to do an outdoor investigation. I would like to go find some place that has some, crazy energy that happens and just sit down and do an outdoor investigation. Go camping, set up the equipment, and just become
best
one
place-
with nature.
Best
What's
place-
up, Beaver
best
here?
place to do something like that. If we were allowed to. Undoubtedly, like over here would be Bachelor's Grove Cemetery because it's out in a wooded area, and
Hey,
it'd be the perfect camping spot near the cemetery.
If she asks where it is, I know where it is.
Oh, where is it? She asked Gabriel.
I'm going to be right back.
It's
no,
in
it's not.
Gabriel's room in a white drawer, in the second biggest drawer.
You know what? Call her. Here, tell her. We're trying to find a tackle box.
Oh no! Here's the panic. Here's the drama.
Well, that's why
Where is the tackle box?
it might be in my room.
Bye, Rich.
Yeah, check on the.
Good night, Rich.
Okay, I'll second. We're out of the room.
Okay.
Bye, Rich.
What y'all make? Ooh.
So
Adrian, hot flash,
bad.
hot flash. Breathe.
It's been so bad. It's like,
Today,
Oh yeah, how is it?
Aiden,
I made homemade cinnamon rolls.
Take it in there.
I sent a picture of
take it in there. Take it in there. Thank you.
Did you get one of your drinks?
Yes. Thank you.
Adrian's like, everybody just leave. Everybody knows I'm on the show. Just leave. There is a invisible door. Do not cross it. Don't.
So next weekend, I'm going to take the kids to Horsetooth Canyon.
I love Horsetooth.
So I figure, because on the way here, he goes, "Oh, that's beautiful." I'm talking, it's a little creek, like it feeds little cow ponds. I mean,
Mhm.
tiny. It's
Mhm.
less than a foot wide, and he's like, "Oh." So I'm like, we have to at least go to the mountains with him if he thinks that's so cool.
I want to take everybody up to Mammoth. Like, I really want to.
Which
No,
place?
Sean, it is not solved. Nobody knows where it's at.
Going up, when I was coming back from Utah and I was driving through there, I was just like, Monarch is where it is. And we call it the Mammoth because it's like this huge mountain pass that you go through. And it's just absolutely beautiful. Speaking of crazy children,
Hi. What doing, Abby?
I figured she'd make an appearance. What's up, Abby?
do you see your new teeth? Come here.
You're gonna be
New
16 years
teeth.
old, and I'm still gonna baby talk your ass. Oh my goodness.
Wow.
Aiden lost a tooth while he was here. Scared the shit out of me. I thought he'd lost all his, and he comes in with a tooth in his hand. I'm thinking he knocked it out.
You're
Oh, with
hungry.
my niece, she's starting to.
Go eat your dinner.
My niece, she's starting to think her teeth are starting to grow out.
Oh,
So
is she getting fussy?
Well, I get a lot of babies obviously put things in their mouth even without it, but we're starting to suspect that her baby teeth are coming out.
My grandson's teeth, and oh man, I tell you what, Grandpa's finger is the best thing known to him. That is it's just he doesn't want anything else but Grandpa's finger.
Ugh,
So he hasn't got-
no.
Hope he hasn't gotten any stitches or anything out of that.
No, the thing was is we couldn't figure out why, he was going after Jesse's finger so bad. And Jesse had washed his hands and everything, but the last thing that he had touched was a piece of steak, and he moved it on his plate. And Big O grabbed his finger and started chewing, and all of a sudden his eyes go wide, and then it's
Oh no!
I was like,
I would have thought for a second, not trying to sound bad, but I'm thinking, geez, I was gonna say, did he just become a zombie or something?
oh man, no, I was like, does it taste like your own flesh and blood? So he's just, it was so cute. He was just looking at me all intense, like, yeah, it tastes good. You want some?
These guys are hilarious. This is funny. I was telling Jan this the other day, but so one of the kids has a different dad. Well, three of them do, but the youngest one here, my daughter's had since he was born, and so when she got with his daddy, she already had the oldest one that's here, the blonde, and then the middle one, the darker big boy, has a whole different dad. Well, the blonde's daddy died not long ago, but they had contact with, he was in prison. They had contact with him until the day he died. Brittany has facilitated making sure that the parents all got to see each other. Well, Gabe's dad is over at her house right now trying to pick up his fishing gear that he left with his mom, and nobody can find it. They all went camping together 2 weeks ago, which I think is awesome. Him and his new kids and these kids, and they're all family, which is amazing.
That's what it should be.
You would think, but I've been with, I can understand where I've been with some exes. That ain't happening. I had kids
I
with
know.
it wouldn't happen.
I roll up into my ex-husband's driveway and I start taking pictures and I start telling him what I'm going to take out of the driveway. First it was his Amazon packages, and then next it was the dogs. And then next I was going to take the ATVs because I knew where he kept the keys. And I was going to take his trailer too because obviously the ATVs and the trailer come together, right? And I figured that the Amazon boxes were the parts for the ATV, and the dogs looked like they needed to go for a ride. No. Having an ex-husband is great. The torture never stops. Well, yeah, Nikki, you're agreeing, right? I mean, it's just logical.
Somebody answer your mother's phone call, please, so I don't have to answer it on my watch. Thank you.
Yeah. And he goes, Jesus, woman, if you just wanted to see me tug at my heartstrings, I'm like, well, let me show you the grandkids. Guess what I also have that I'll be riding in the ATVs that just came out of your yard with your dogs.
You're amazing. Thank you. Look. I told him I'm going fishing tomorrow.
Wait, what? What is that supposed? What is that?
It's weights.
Oh, wait. Okay.
It's bobbers. And it's more hooks.
Oh, cool.
This
For bait.
was up.
For bait. Because they are
What's that?
size 10.
Oh, so you got to use some worms? Some leeches?
That, yeah. Or maybe one of those mealworms will work because that one.
Adrian, can you not bait your own hook?
Oh, yes, I can. And everybody else's.
Okay. I'm just making sure.
2 weeks ago,
So-
we went out for the first time. I caught 4. He didn't catch anything. And I'm like, okay, you know what? I'm not taking this stuff home, making a mess, making it smell in the house to clean them. I'm going to do it here. And so I got to Googling, is it illegal to do it there? And I got a whole bunch of different answers. But the main answer was don't throw it back in the water and don't
Yeah,
leave
it just sounds hard in.
Yeah, and don't leave it, on the bank
Mm-hmm.
so that critters start showing up.
What is it?
Did you get it straightened out?
She got the rods and the tackle box.
Here, Grandpa got this for tomorrow.
Okay, cool.
And more worms so we can just straight out leave instead of going to Walmart.
This is the size hooks you need?
We have others. It's okay.
No, I'm surprised.
Ed Zach is probably watching the show going,
They're too small. Grandpa got them. He was trying to be nice.
Alrighty.
We don't know.
I have to head off.
We'll just use them for bait.
Oh, you got it. You're heading on. Oh, wait, hang on a second. You got to go in 10 minutes, Nikki, or okay?
I have to go.
Yeah, if you want to get the tackle box out and put it in it, great.
Nikki, are you leaving?
See you, Nick.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Well, it was good having you on, Nikki, even if it was just for a few minutes.
No worries. Take care, guys. Thank you. Bye.
Yeah. Take care.
Bye. I miss fishing.
So I started cleaning it right there on the bank. Of course, put it in a plastic baggie. Took it with us to go throw it away. All the good stuff you're supposed to do. I cleaned the first one. Zach's going, no, I couldn't do that. Nope. I had to show him how to put hooks on right. Like, yeah. I taught these grandkids to do it when they were little. I said, you know what? I'm going to tell you what right now. I'm going to show you one time. If you can't put that worm on that hook, you don't need a fish. Boy, it might have been like this, but it was on there. And now we have 2 little fishermen. So now the others are lost cause. They're never going to fish because they want video games, not fishing. Hopefully they'll go to college.
I don't even remember the last time I ever went fishing. I mean, it definitely was a couple of years ago, but I really don't remember the last time.
Around here, I mean,
I-
you can really not go because it's everywhere. I mean, it's in the towns. They stock them. It's and the
No,
mountains.
that's like Wisconsin and Illinois. I mean, that's all we do. We get on a boat and we go. I mean,
we don't have a
well,
boat
can
over here.
you guys are
Yes.
breaking my heart. You're making me really, 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 really miss fishing.
Well,
Like, I
then
live for the water. I know.
Good. You,
I
you
know.
should drive
Say it,
down
Adrian.
and be
Say
here
it.
by morning.
Well, I mean, I think
No.
last time I tried doing it, I did it was, ironically enough, was also in Wisconsin.
Don't you know? Yay. Because we got the best fishing. Because you know what? The Bears still suck.
We're going to a Royals game. We get to take the grandkids to a Royals game, Kansas City Royals game.
Say it, Nick.
No, I was actually thinking. I'm trying to remember what town that was that we went. It was that cabin that we used to go to. My family and I used to go to with my dad's side. No, that's not it. Oh my God! It just seems like the name is right in front. I remember the name of the lake. It was Spider Lake. What the hell?
Spider Lake? No, not Whitehall.
No, it was,
Or Whitewater.
Where the hell was that? I'm looking for it right now.
You're going to a baseball game?
Yeah.
I'm jelly of that too.
I really don't care about it, but
Really?
here we are.
Well, me, I love baseball games. It's better to go to a baseball game than to watch it on TV. The only thing worse than watching baseball on TV is golf.
Oh, not happening.
But I'm not a golf person. Golf and I.
My God.
I
I'm
love
going-
golf where it's at. I love golf where it's at.
You know,
Okay.
well,
Yeah.
you know, I was telling you, you got it. You should watch one of the shows, the game shows that I do. It's called, like I said, it's a game called Golf It. And oh my God, we go, me, Joe, and Tom Nally, and sometimes a few other show hosts who play it. We go absolutely insane. And I'm surprised to this day I still haven't lost my voice yet.
Yeah, Sean, I don't know how you can do it, but that's more power to you.
Yep,
I'm
Sean,
going
you
to the
know
game
what?
because they all love it. I'm going to watch them.
No, you're going to watch the mascot. Adrian's going to be like, what the fuck is that mascot doing? I'm sending a video to Jan because I can hear just now.
I have already had dealings with a mascot, and he's one of our best friends now, and Abby's too.
Oh, God. Yeah,
Moo-moo.
I know. I was reminded 2 days ago when she put on her ears. Trust me, I know. Mom, see, Mumu signed it right here. I know Mumu signed it right there. Mumu's my best friend. I know Mumu's your best friend.
I found out, I remember the town now. I just looked it up. It was in,
He really took time with her. He sought her out.
I remember what that town name was. I was trying to remember from Wisconsin. It was in Mercer.
What is
That's
it?
Mercer?
Yeah.
Mercer's a nice area.
Yeah, we used to go.
Mercer,
Mercer,
Illinois?
Wisconsin. No, Mercer.
No, Wisconsin.
Yeah, we used
Oh.
to go. We went there twice back in 2017 and 18 with my dad's family, but unfortunately, I don't want to delve too much into myself, but unfortunately, we don't go there we don't really go there anymore because, once again, this goes back to political differences in my dad's side of the family that we don't get along with.
I'm
I
telling you, that
I
stuff.
actually have a gift for. I actually have a gift for that cabin that I bought while I was on one of my trips, and I still have it. I was never able to send it to the cabin.
You know, that stuff is absolutely unreal. If you give a shit about somebody, you know, you listen to their views, you take it into account, and you know, if you want to agree, you agree. If you don't, there's not a need to argue about the bullshit.
Yep.
Jan and I have completely different political views, but do you see us arguing about the bullshit? No. We can have a debate about it. We can discuss why each other likes what they like and why they don't like what they don't, and move on, because
Exactly.
there is not a reason to lose friendships, family, or anything else over politics, because they don't know your name and they don't give a fuck about you.
Exactly. That's the thing I wish this whole family feud could come to an end with, because I actually do miss going to this cabin, and going out there. In fact, I didn't even say this. When we used to go out to this cabin, and I'm going to be honest with you guys, the first time we went, my dad, he took me along with a few of my uncles out to a shooting range. It was the first time ever I got to hold a real gun and got to learn how to shoot it.
How'd you like it?
It really was. Well, and you know what? Actually, before I tell you,
Okay, he's a boy, Adrian. He's a boy.
I even had it filmed on Facebook Live, so there is a video of me doing it. But man, that took me by surprise. First time I held a handgun, cut my thumb up pretty bad from the force of it, but eventually I got used to it.
Did you get
See,
that?
so that tells you he liked it.
What was that?
Was it a hammer or was it a Glock? A slide back.
I think it was a Glock.
Did you get your finger in the way and that thing cut you?
No, I didn't get my finger in the way. And believe me, first time holding it, I was trying to hold it carefully, and I held it up like the way I was supposed to in the shooting range, and the force of it was cutting my thumb. It's not like deep cut, but it cut my thumb up pretty bad from the force of the gun.
The recoil.
That sounds like I don't know. That almost sounds like when it hit, it got some skin.
It did.
It goes back and comes back. So you got to keep your hand away from it. It's
tricky.
muscle memory. I mean,
Yeah,
you
it
have
is.
to do it often. That's why I always had a revolver, a hammerless revolver, because you don't have to cock it back. You don't have to do anything. You point and it's a very hard pull. You have to intend to pull that because it's very hard. So
when I had my gun made, I made sure that I had a hammer that was hard to pull back and a trigger that was hard to pull.
yeah.
Like you literally had to. It was a full pullback.
I had to conceal, so there couldn't be a hammer.
It was.
I miss my gun. I miss when I was shooting.
Nonetheless, it was definitely quite an experience for me. So,
Yeah,
yeah.
it's fun. So, did you ever catch any fish when you went?
We tried to, but I guess we just, well, at least for me, I didn't really catch any, but I got to learn a few other things while I was there, not just learning how to use a gun. I also got to learn how to drive a four-wheeler. I even drove their boat for a while. So
you were a redneck for a little bit.
What's that?
You were a redneck for a little bit. Welcome to our life.
Yeah. Pretty much.
That's what I'm going back to. I told Adrian, I said, I'm done. I'm going back. I want a farm. I want some chaos. I want redneck winter sports all over again. Like, no, I'm ready. I'm ready for that life again.
Well, and then when it came to the four-wheeler, and I'll even say this too, there's even a Facebook Live video of me doing that too. So there's video evidence of me doing these first-timer things.
Nothing wrong with that, because that way, used to when we were growing up, it was reel to reel. That's how you got to see all that. And if it wasn't reel to reel, you were rich and you had a VHS camera.
Yep.
And now you can't play it anywhere because they don't exist.
Yeah. I was just thinking this. I wish I
You need to make sure that you're getting all of your stuff, anything that's on your Facebook, downloaded into your computer. Because I don't think it's going to be long before Facebook's gone.
Yeah, I've already been doing that numerous times. I don't trust it. So yeah, that's exactly what I've been doing.
Yeah, all of our memories are on there. Everything's on there, and a lot of people are not taking that serious, and it's serious. It's
I've
gonna be
I've been on so much high alert with that. So I've been getting pretty nervous about like any day could be that day.
Yeah.
What is going on?
Facebook before long is just not going to be here.
I've been living in a grandson world. Technology has not been in my hands except for to take photos.
You know,
So
I gotta say real quick. I wish Eileen was on right now because I just realized something. You know, all these first timer things I was just telling you guys about, and this is the reason. So that, along with saying that I was kind of a redneck, well, and here's what's the most important thing: I was 24 when I was doing all this stuff. Because I would have wanted to see what Eileen would have wanted to say. I mean, would have had to say about that.
Well, yeah, I really thought you were going somewhere else with that, and we're going to tell me first time stuff. And Eileen, I was thinking you were going to say that's the first time you saw boobies.
No, no, I was just going to say I was her.
where is Eileen? Where is Eileen? What post is Eileen leaning up against today?
Well, she has her apartment building she's managing. She did such a good job training her people that they got management positions themselves. So now she's back to training these people.
Yeah, she's been gone now for almost what? It's been like 2 months, I think, since the last time we've
Something
seen her.
like that, yeah.
It's been quite a while since we've seen her.
Well, it
So
started.
I need to call her randomly out of the blue just to give her some shit because I miss her.
It started with
Don't tell her I said that though.
what was it? Oh, her
Yeah, exactly. What was it?
Awards.
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
And then it went downhill from
And
there.
then she's gone. Right. You know.
No, it
We're
went
not
to-
good enough. No, we're not good enough for her anymore. I see how we are.
No, what was next? It was awards, and then she had to do her audit for the year.
Well, you know what? I am auditing her right now, okay? And it shows me that she's just not doing a good enough job because she's not on for me to harass her. The whole point of me tuning in on Thursday nights is to look at Eileen and to at least hand out, you know, some crap. Well, I just miss her. Just don't tell her, like I said.
Today. She usually comes on and says something, but she didn't today.
Not this time. No.
Yeah, because she knows I'm on. She's like, mm.
Oh no, way earlier in the day.
I was
she
saying about
doesn't-
I was saying about this earlier, but I know I already just told you about it, this, Adrian, but the earlier show that I did earlier today, Jan, we actually had kind of I've been trying to really expand out for, you know, these guests, you know, especially internationally. We had our very first guest on from Romania earlier.
Yeah, I heard that.
Yeah, her name's Criolla, and holy cow, with what she told us about, you know, like haunted locations and stuff in Romania was just phenomenal. And we're not just talking about like obviously like Vlad
Vlad.
We're talking about like other places that she sent me a website of like different mysterious places throughout Romania. And I mean, the website obviously is originally in Romanian, but of course with nowadays you can use an English translation to change all that. And the places that I found at this spot, I was like, how have we never heard of these places before? Like, holy cow.
Oh, there's a ton there.
Well, was she in
Was she
Romania?
cute, Nick? Was she cute?
In Romania, do they allow it? Like, are they open to paranormal?
She believes, I mean, even though she's the only investigator that I found in Romania, it's kind of, she says that she believes that there are more people like her out there. They just haven't approached the right people yet, like to associate or do investigations
Right.
with. But so I guess kind of for the most part, like some other countries, I think they do believe in it, but they don't like talking about it because it's part of their, religious culture or tradition. So unless
Right.
she's able to find other people that would want to talk about it with her and maybe start a group or something like that, they don't really talk about it very often in Romania. Although she did tell me that some locations they do allow tours at some of these supposed
Okay.
haunted locations. I don't know if they allow
Well,
investigations, but I think they do have like haunted tours there in some parts of Romania.
well, I have a guy that I've been talking to, and I've actually turned my keyboard now will go 2 languages because I'm trying to remember again how to speak in Bulgarian and write
Yeah.
it. But he does speak English. I'm just practicing with him. But he's a UFO guy, and he has got some amazing pictures from Bulgaria. So at some point I'm going to see if he'll come on and talk to us.
Yeah. I think that would be another. Bulgaria is obviously one that I like to try to get some guests on, whether it's on this show or Lois's show, because I've really been trying. I have recently spoken to, and I know I said this in the chat. I have spoken to, at the very least, even if they're not going to be guests, at least new viewers and supporters. I've spoken to, in addition to her, spoken with someone from Austria, from Norway, from what was it? Italy. And also I was just talking with someone
Italy.
else.
Mhm.
Yeah, and then I also had 2 other ones. Both of actually no, I take that back. 3 others. We got a new view. Well, not a viewer, but someone who's following our page from Portugal, and also somebody from Hungary too. And also the last one is what was the last one? I don't remember what the last. Sweden. That's what the last one. So we're expanding, and I'm hoping to try to get more of these folks on, as guests, because they definitely are interested. That's for sure.
So there's 9 hours difference. Bulgaria is 9 hours ahead of us. I had to look it up.
They're probably in the same
So
time
that'd
zone.
be like 3 a.m.
I was going to say,
Mhm.
I think they're probably in the same time zone as Romania, because at first I thought Romania was an hour ahead of the UK, because like when we start Lois's show, which is at 3:00, which is 9 p.m. their time in the UK. Well, it turned out they're actually 2 hours. Romania was 2 hours ahead, because when Criolla came on, it was already 11 o'clock over there.
So they're an hour behind Bulgaria.
Oh, they're an hour. Okay, I thought they were in the same time zone. Okay, so an hour.
Yeah,
behind.
because there's 9 hours difference in mountain time.
Downtime.
There's 9 hours difference between us and Bulgaria.
So
So it might be different. Yeah, you're right. It might be different for your
Yeah,
time.
Nick, because Nick is in Central Time and we're in Mountain Time. That's where I was like, wait, hold on, wait, no. And then I remember Nick was in Central Time.
Yep.
Yeah. So okay, yeah, you're right. They're in the same time zone then.
Okay. Yep, they are. Because I was going to say also, I remember seeing too on the map that Romania also, I think, well, not borders Bulgaria, but I know it borders Hungary, which I think right near Hungary is Bulgaria.
There's Bulgaria, Italy. Because I know when my dad escaped from Bulgaria, there was like we'd call them, I don't know, I guess we'd call them like coyotes or border. Of course, in Mexico, it's a whole different story. They're not good people that do that, but there was good people that would help them cross across on boats. They pay them, and they would cross. And then they would have a place to stay when they crossed. I mean, they had it all planned out. They had a place to stay when they crossed. It was a camp. And from that camp, when they got settled and whatever they did there, I don't know. they would bring them to the United States, and it would be legal because Italy would plan everything out where it was legal when they got here.
I just looked it up on the map. Bulgaria is just below Romania.
Hello.
Yeah.
I wonder,
We did go to school.
Romanian.
It's been a while.
Romanian is a language, so it wouldn't be the same as Bulgarian.
No.
Russian and Bulgarian are almost exactly the same. There's a few words different, but if you're listening to a conversation and no Russian or no Bulgarian, you got it. You know what it is.
You know, yeah, you understand it.
It's kind of like
funny.
Spanish and Mexican. I mean, you can kind of get words and get the gist of it.
It's kind of funny. I saw some documentary. I think it might have been on the Weather Channel or something like that. It's one of the science shows or whatever the case was, when they actually interviewed like scientists from both Russia and Bulgaria in that case. Yeah, there is kind of a similarity between the like
very much so. So is their accent. I can't tell their accent apart. Now, it has helped me with my job because I'll get calling in that are foreign. When foreign callers call in, it's like if they have a real thick accent. Some of the other countries toward, Africa, things like that, I have little trouble, but the countries toward Italy, Russia, I can close my eyes and it's like my dad talking. So I know what they're saying. I can get that accent. Like my dad used to, growing up, I had to teach my mom English. She stayed home. So I went to kindergarten, taught her English, but my dad used to say hamburger. When he went through a drive-through, nobody could understand him. He had to go to the window so they could look at him because it was so thick. But when I learned to talk, what I would say for hamburger was abu, because he would say hamburger. So what I got out of it was abu. I was a baby. So, it's things like that, it's the same in Russian. It's going to sound the same.
Well, it's like Mexico. I can tell what part of Mexico you're from by how you're speaking. Now, depending on like Honduras is completely different, right?
They can't even understand each other.
Right? But I can understand somebody with a thick Mexican accent, but if you get somebody from a different part of the country, my ears are not trained to pick up those words, and they're not in tune with it. And I think that's what it is. It's training. Of course, I looked at the way some white people talked when I moved from here, and I went,
"Excuse me, boys, what are we doing in that bathroom? That's so funny."
Oh, we're weighing.
You're weighing yourselves. How much do you weigh?
I don't know. I'm not the one weighing. He weighs 96. I only weigh 76.
Okay, fat butts, you don't need dinner.
I don't.
Jesus. Which one needs to take a healthy poop?
Yeah,
Which
hey,
one's full of it?
don't.
118.8.
He's went down. He was 120 something, I thought, at the doctor.
122 when I have a good meal.
When you have a good meal?
Are you saying that she's not feeding you good?
Right after a meal.
Speaking of
She's asking if grandma's not feeding you good.
Speaking of weight, speaking of
Are
weight,
you
I'm sure you guys have probably noticed. I've been trying to exercise again. I'm making another attempt. I actually checked the weigh machine this morning. I've already lost 4 pounds, so I'm already off to a great start.
Yeah,
good job, Nick.
I don't want to hear it.
Walk. Hey, I started gaining weight.
Huh?
I started gaining weight.
After a hysterectomy, yes, you do.
Hey, but you know what? I was really thin though, so I'm kind of happy with the weight that I've gained. Now, if I can stay here, it'll be great.
Yeah, it sure would, wouldn't it? But it's not.
Oh, I'm determined.
So
I am determined.
So was I, and it went to the pot. Testosterone sucks. You gain all kinds of nice weight.
Hey, I got to keep the
Rose,
girls. I got to keep the ovaries. The twins are still there. So, I'm still producing some hormones. That's
just
right,
don't work.
Nick. I called my ovaries the twins, okay?
Come on, Rose. There's no food under there. Get out.
I'm saying
Come on. Okay, what's going on? Come on.
a massive spider
Come on.
landed in front of me on the couch.
There's a
Here's my
massive
baby
spider.
girl. That's my
I'm
baby
surprised
girl.
I'm surprised we haven't seen her earlier.
She
I miss
usually
her
don't
so
get
much.
up on people.
I miss
What?
her.
She saw the kid.
Can I get on this computer?
See, this is why.
Mike,
See,
You can get on the computer. Oh, how close is dinner to being done?
Don't know.
see, it's
Let's
things
stay
like
off
this
the
that
tonight
this is
because
why I really hope we could
I
plan
know a
another
couple
big
of y'all
trip
need
like
a
we did
shower.
last year.
Nick, I'm telling you, we need to find a place in the middle, okay? And what we need to do is it needs to be an outdoor location. Everybody bring their tents, bring their equipment. I will bring a welder of some sort. I will hijack one from Jesse to use it as a generator so we can charge everything. And let's
We
just
have generators.
let's just go. Let's go in the middle of nowhere and do an investigation and see if we can't, conjure up some
I have a
wild elk
generator.
spirit.
I don't have a tent.
That's okay. I have a tent. We bunk together, baby.
The problem
When do we
is,
ever?
though, is that,
When do
like,
we
it's-
ever? When do we ever not share a tent or a room? I don't care. I don't care if Zach comes along. No, no. When we're on
We won't.
investigation, him and Jesse can share the tent, and Jesse's watching. He's listening. You share a tent with Zach. Okay, not
I
me.
was just thinking. I was
Adrian and
just
I do this together.
I was just thinking if Jeremy wanted to come out to this, for a fact he's going to want a hotel room.
I'm good on hotel a
Jeremy
la
knows
carte.
better.
Okay,
What's that?
a la carte. On top of the cot. Right there. Hotel a la carte.
Yeah, he'll be okay.
He'll be fine. Frantic, insecure, neurotic, and emotional, but he'll make it through. He will survive. Jeremy is a survivor. Okay.
Well, one other
He may
place I was
catch
thinking
hell, but
about,
he'll survive.
one other place I was thinking of, and it's something I've really been wanting to go to for years. And in fact, Adrian, I talk about this a lot, is really try to investigate like certain areas of like Southern Illinois, because there's a lot of crazy things down in that part of the state, believe it or not. Like it's got an even older history down there than it does in the Chicago area does.
I'm telling you, you just need to come to the Southwest and investigate Southwest style. I am so
Southwest
tired of the
style.
Southwest. I'm so excited for Dennis.
Southwest style would be good. As I was
I have a pin map
Anywhere
on
would
where
be great.
Dennis is. Okay,
I would
do
say
you know how
any-
close he is to me?
Who?
Dennis. Do you know
Oh,
how close he
Dennis,
is to me?
yeah.
Do you know how close he is? I'm patiently waiting for him to come over on this side of 54. I'm like, come on. Just cross
Yeah.
that mountain pass. Cross that mountain pass right there. Just
Awesome.
just come over to my side, baby. Come over to my
You know,
side.
I'm-
Patiently waiting.
I'm
He's watching.
honestly go with any location, to be honest, because I'd like for another trip like we did like last year, and it would also be a good way for me to use some useful vacation time to be away from work for a while.
Water jugs.
I like the way that we did it this last time. I really liked staying in the same place with everybody, having a congregation area where we can all sit down, debrief, look over stuff together. It was such a bonding experience this last go around, and I think that to me is what made it so memorable, was the fact that I didn't just get to wake up in some random hotel room, next to Adrian. I was waking up next to Adrian, and we were rolling over, going coffee, and we're walking downstairs, and everybody was getting up. It felt like a family. Like, okay, the family's up. We're getting coffee. We're gonna get breakfast. We're gonna get a plan on. We're gonna get going. I don't know. It was magical.
That's why I was hoping originally. Like I was even thinking about it earlier this year, thinking, man, I hope we do another trip like that again for later this year. But it does, unfortunately, in this case, it doesn't look like it's going to happen unless there was some kind of last minute thing we could come up with. But it would be kind of difficult to plan it out for the summer because summer just.
I keep on saying, let's rent a big Airbnb and go.
Which B&B?
Yeah, rented it. I keep on telling Adrian all the time. I'm like, I don't know why we spend so much money on hotel rooms. If we all rent an Airbnb, it cuts the cost down so much if we all split that price, right?
Hi, Amanda.
And hi, Amanda. And we're all together in the same place. It's a nice little house, or a big house, whatever we choose to rent out. And we're all together, and that way we're not separated by, a hotel. It's so impersonal in a hotel. I don't know.
Amanda,
I'm going
what
on
part of Japan are you from,
investigation.
sweetheart?
Yeah. What were you saying, Adrian?
I asked Amanda what part of Japan she's from.
Yeah, I've already met Amanda myself. She's great. Oh, geez, I just realized it's 9:00. Okay, so we're gonna have to wrap things up, unfortunately. Yeah, I almost lost track of time. I didn't even notice what time it was.
I love you guys, and thank you for tonight's episode of three titties and a weenie.
Okay.
It's in Nagasaki. Yeah, I was gonna. I knew where she was, but I'd rather let her answer. Yeah, she's in Nagasaki. She's further down.
My son is in Okinawa. I don't know if I said that right.
Yes, I can, Amanda.
Amanda, they blame that on me too.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I get blamed.
Yeah, we do.
Yeah,
Adrian can too.
I know.
All
right.
I know. Okay. Yeah. Oh, it's okay. Real quick. Okinawa's right below them.
So what do we have going on for next week?
I don't think we have
Nothing.
anybody.
It's 4th of July. We're
Oh,
off.
wait a minute. I don't think we can do next week because
Nope.
next Thursday's 4th of July.
Wow. Well, let's thank God and let's thank liberty and let's thank our country.
Yeah.
So, Amanda, my son wrestles there. He's a professional wrestler in Japan.
All right. So everybody's going to have a safe 4th of July. Call an Uber.
Yeah, because I'm already going to have something going on for that day. But as far as, I guess, 2 weeks, we still don't have anything going on. So.
Well, I might just pop back on.
I was going to say, yeah, maybe we'll just have you back on again, Jen. I don't know what to expect.
We never know.
Yeah. But I definitely
with me or with anybody.
Yeah.
With anyone.
Exactly.
I definitely would in some way like to try to continue that chat conversation about trying to plan another trip like that, hopefully sometime in the near future. Because I'd like to go, I'd like to experience something like that again.
Yeah, if anybody has any suggestions, a place where we can bunker down and do a big investigation and go live, try to do a nice live and whatnot. But yeah, that would be amazing.
Yeah.
I'll look around here and see what we got here. Maybe I'll hook up with Dennis. Like I said, if Dennis is watching, I'm patiently waiting, Dennis. I'm impatiently waiting. Maybe possibly impatiently. Okay,
Well,
I
that
say
sounds
impatiently,
like
I mean patiently. Patiently.
Well, either way, that would be great because I'd like to get back out there again. And I actually haven't really been on that many investigations this year as I was hoping to. So yeah, that would be fantastic if we could find another location for us to go out for a few days and investigate. I think that would be another great experience for all of us that took part in it.
Absolutely. All right. Well, we got a show that's coming on, don't we?
We got to end things. So for everyone that was in the chat, I guess in the words of Jeremy, thanks for everyone for hanging out with us and playing along. Like I said, we'll be back in 2 weeks since next Thursday is 4th of July. And yeah, like I said, we don't know what's going on for 2 weeks from now, but maybe we'll have Jan back. But like you said, Adrian, anything could happen, so you never know. But
So until
meantime,
next time,
till
peace,
next
love, and
time,
chicken
guys.
grease.
You guys have a great night, and I know it's a week ahead, but happy 4th of July. You guys take care.
Bye.